BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
You ready for the off, Sid? I've got a shovel for you.
You're asking Sid James if he's ready. I'm always ready, as you know. But ready for what exactly? You're not planning on burying me, are you, Hancock?
Autumn has arrived, Sid, clothed in its robes of red, yellow, orange and gold. It's that time again that we Timonians pay homage to our ancestors. September the 14th, the East Cheam Historical Society.
All right, I'll have a look in me diary. Oh yes, nothing. What's special about September the 14th? It's not your birthday, is it? I haven't got a present. What ancestor?
Come, Sydney. We do it every year. It's the annual pilgrimage to Old Tom, our pagan chalk figure. We clean him up every year, give him a freshen up. You really are a heathen, Sid.
Who's Old Tom when he's at home? And can't he clean himself?
You were there last year, weren't you? Giving us a hand, giving the chalk a good scrub, so it shines like a beacon over the downs.
You've lost me completely, Hancock. I've never scrubbed chalk in my life. What is it? You a chalk monitor at school or something?
I'm talking about Long Tom, of course, the East Cheam chalk figure. He's over there on the hillside. Look out the window.
Oh, yeah. He's got some underpants on, Hancock. Oh, wait a minute. It's a loincloth. Bit of an eyesore, if you ask me. I like grass with horses running on it.
How can you compare that racket with our noble heritage, Sid? He's been there for centuries. Long Tom dates from prehistoric times. He's a guide to the travellers and a warning to the unwary that we East Cheamians will clobber them if they start to get umpty.
What's he got a loincloth on for?
It's Old Tom's loincloth, long the subject of conjecture, Sid. We think he had ancient Egyptian ancestry. The Philistines built him on a trading trip, swapping gold and pearls for our East Cheam cheese.
I'm not planning on going out. I'm busy. I'm doing me hair.
What hair? Where's your community spirit, Sid? It's a sense of tradition. It's what sets us apart from the animals, you know.
Sets you apart, maybe. I don't want to be apart. I like animals, especially horses and greyhounds, the ones you can bet on.
Yes, I saw you out with a bit of an animal last Saturday. Come, Sydney. We East Cheamers are a community, a merry band of brothers. We must link arms and bond.
Oh, thanks, Hancock. I'm not into bondage. I'm trying to give it up.
Well, there's going to be more for us then. When we finish work, the vicar treats us all to free scrubby at the Long Tom pub on the edge of the village.
When do we start?
Ooh, me back. I think I've slipped a disc, Sid.
I saw it rolling down the hill. It nearly hit me, and it ended up in a bush.
Did you do anything? I kept looking around, and you seemed to have your nose in a copy of the Sporting Life.
Yes, of course I was. I had a hoe under me paper.
Yes, very good. Ho, ho, ho.
Well, you can scoff. The vicar was only too glad to give me loads of scrumpy, wasn't he? So I must have done a good job.
Yes, you were too busy scraping the bottom of the cider barrel to scrape Long Tom's bottom. The vicar asked me back tomorrow, Sid. Did he ask you?
I told him I unfortunately couldn't make it during the day, but I said I might see him in the pub later for some scrumpy.
I might have known, you lazy so-and-so. I earn my cider. Look at these calluses. Still, I have the reward of someone who's done a good deed, fulfilled his role in a folk custom that stretches down the aeons. A man who has bonded with his fellow man in a common toil on the land and stared back through time with the eyes of an ancient Brit.
What's that mean?
It means I did my bit as a Brit.
I fulfilled my traditional role too, drinking scrumpy cider.
Back at number 23 Railway Cuttings next evening after a long hard day's work.
So how's Long Tom today, Hancock? Smells like he's had a bath, does he?
You can take that smirk off your face, Sid James. You've done it now. You've not only offended me and the vicar, you've offended the pagan gods this time.
Oh yeah, tell him I'm sorry I couldn't get down to polish off the scrumpy as something turned up.
Don't you try and brush it off, Sid. I know what you've done. So does the vicar, Reverend Tinkle. and he's coming round in a minute with Mrs. North, chairman of the East Cheam History Society. You'd better smarten yourself up.
Brush what off? I haven't done nothing. What you on about?
Good evening, my good fellows. We are gathered here together to get to the bottom of Long Tom.
I hope you don't mind, Vicar, but I don't fancy Long Tom's bottom.
This isn't funny, Mr. James. Has Mr. Hancock told you what he's done?
No, Mrs. North. We must ascertain the facts before we ascribe blame. We will not persecute the innocent unless they persecute us first. Philippians verse 6, line 22.
Mr. Hancock, it's no good trying to direct the blame onto poor Mr. James. He wasn't there. You were seen doing it. Smutty, very smutty. What sort of mind have you? I just don't know. I'm going to tell the BBC.
Will somebody tell me what's going on? What on earth's Hancock been up to now?
I can hardly bear saying it, but it looks like Mr. Hancock has given Long Tom something resembling a willy. A willy!
Oh, Vicar, wash your mouth out with soap. How dare you? I've not been up to anything but some hard graft. I never touched his willy. I mean loincloth.
See, you admit it. You were seen grafting on an appendage to old Tom. Now let us show a little brotherly love and understanding, Mr. Hancock. Why did you draw a willy on Long Tom, you scoundrel? You scum!
You're in it this time, Hancock. Wait till the papers get hold of that. Hancock, will he or won't he get the sack?
Will you stop saying that word? They aren't going to get hold of it, Mr. James, because we're having it removed.
Sorry, Mrs. North, I meant the story in the papers, not the other thing.
It was not me, it was Sid. It has to be him. He's got a track record of this sort of thing.
No, I ain't. What do you mean?
What about the day you sent Barbara Windsor a Valentine's card with a you-know-what?
Oh, didn't I deny it? What not what?
And the graffiti in the BBC toilets.
I never used the ones in the canteen.
Aha, got you. I rest my case.
Tush, tush, Mr. Hancock. Let he who be without sin cast the first stone. And you've been casting a lot of stones. You were up on poor Long Tom, hacking out great lumps of flint so you could create a giant winkle.
Oh dear, I'm feeling a bit faint. The very thought of it makes me shudder, Mr. Hancock. All the female members were in tears. I didn't know there was such a thing as a female member. Mr. Hancock, smut, smut, smut. You're the Harvey Weinstein of East Cheam.
Yes, you monster. That's a shocking thing to say. We've got some very erect, upstanding women in the village.
And now you got a very erect, upstanding hillside chalk figure, Vicar.
And Mr. James, you can cease this endless stream of innuendo this minute. I told you it was him. He was probably out last night with a group of his drinking pals after the pubs closed, just for a giggle. You've seen him in the carry-ons, haven't you? He's just like that, but worse. They have to curb him on set. They have to censor it. It will be a double X.
Thanks for the recommendation, Hancock. I also do church fetes, wedding receptions and stag do's, Vicar.
I don't think you're quite what we're looking for, Mr. James, but I can erect our rude screen. You might want to stand behind it during our church services.
No thanks, Vicar. I was excommunicated in Carry On Henry, if you remember.
Mr. Hancock, the reason we're here today is we've decided that you must pay to repair the damage, and I have a bill here from Simpson's, the Royal Gardeners from Kew, who are prepared to do the reconstruction surgery on poor old Long Tom. How much? £2,500? What for a bit of turf and a couple of lumps of calcium carbonate?
Hang on, Mrs. North. I'm a turf accountant. I'll do it for a bag of sand.
No, not sand, Mr. James. It has to be chalk. We want to preserve the historical and natural environment of the figure.
Well, I would much rather the £2,500 went towards my organ fund, Mrs. North. The fund needs enlarging.
You haven't an enlargement. Vicar.
I warned you, Vicar. He's at it again. He can't stop. Innuendo is an addiction. He has to go to an anonymous...
Hey, don't worry, Mr. Hancock. I think we can come to some amicable arrangement. If you give me £2,500, I'll forget all about it. But what about my Long Tom? He looks a real wally with a willy.
It was not me, I told you, Vicar. I've got an alibi. I was at the East Cheam Tiddlywinkle Club last night. I mean Tiddlywinks Club.
You see, it's not just me, Hancock. You're at it now. And I was in London with Barbara Windsor.
So what fiend put a tinkler on Long Tom? By the way, Vicar, this organ enlargement we're talking about, we are talking about the church organ, aren't we? Not your, I repent, I can't bear it, for 'tis I have sinned, Mrs. North. I thought it would generate some extra money from visitors, so I could restore my organ. We can't get the damn thing pumped up anymore. Oh no, this is dreadful news. Vicar, I'm flabbergasted that a man of the cloth who has taken vows of chastity and humility and renounced the world would do such a coarse thing. Oh, steady on. There's no point in rubbing it in, is there? Rubbing it doesn't make it any better now, does it?
Well, at least that solved the riddle of Long Tom then. The Vicar did it. I'm relieved it wasn't my good friend Sid James, but that idiot Reverend Tingle.
And thus passed another chapter in the continuing history of Long Tom, chalk outside finger, who lost his loincloth just so the Vicar could play with his organ.